Carnivore Diet 101. Everything you need to know to get started. The carnivore diet is a nutritional approach that focuses almost exclusively on animal-based foods. While it may seem extreme to cut out fruits, vegetables, grains, and legumes, the carnivore diet has gained popularity among individuals seeking improved metabolic health, reduced inflammation, better digestion, and enhanced mental clarity. Understanding the fundamentals of this diet, its potential benefits, risks, and how to implement it can help you decide whether it's the right approach for you. The carnivore diet is sometimes considered a more restrictive version of the ketogenic diet because both rely heavily on animal products and aim to minimize carbohydrate intake. However, unlike keto, which allows for leafy greens, low-carb vegetables, and some berries, the carnivore approach aims to eliminate virtually all plant foods. By doing this, proponents argue that you can simplify your diet, potentially reduce or eliminate triggers of digestive and autoimmune issues, and focus on nutrient-dense, bioavailable animal foods. At its core, the carnivore diet includes meat, poultry, fish, eggs, and animal fats. Some people include dairy, particularly low-lactose, full-fat options like butter, ghee, and certain cheeses, while others avoid dairy due to potential sensitivities. Organ meats are often encouraged because they are rich in vitamins and minerals. For those who strictly adhere to the diet, every meal you consume will come from the animal kingdom. If you are new to the carnivore diet, it's best to start simple. Focus on high-quality animal foods that you enjoy and can afford. Beef in particular is favored for its nutrient density and satiating qualities. Ribeyes, sirloin, and ground beef can all be part of a regular rotation. Don't forget about including organ meats like liver, heart, and kidney, at least occasionally. These foods pack a powerful nutrient punch, supplying vitamins A, B12, iron, and other important micronutrients that might be harder to obtain from muscle meat alone. One of the biggest questions people ask about the carnivore diet is, why eliminate plant foods entirely? The reasons vary from person to person. Some individuals turn to a carnivore diet to manage autoimmune conditions or severe digestive issues such as inflammatory bowel disease, irritable bowel syndrome, or persistent bloating. By removing all plant matter, individuals with these sensitivities may experience relief from chronic pain, digestive distress, and skin conditions. As with any diet, it's important to consider the potential drawbacks and risks. One of the main concerns about the carnivore diet is the absence of dietary fiber, typically found in plant foods. Fiber is known to support healthy gut flora and maintain regular bowel movements. While some carnivore adherents report improved digestion and fewer gut issues without fiber, others may struggle with constipation or changes in bowel habits as they adjust. Another concern is the lack of certain nutrients that are abundant in plant foods. Vitamin C, for example, is generally associated with fruits and vegetables. Strict carnivores argue that the need for vitamin C is reduced when carbohydrate intake is low, and that minimal amounts found in animal products suffice. Sustainability and long-term health implications are also debated. Studies on long-term adherence to a strict carnivore diet are limited. Most of the evidence is anecdotal or based on personal experiences. While some people thrive on this approach for years, others may find it difficult to maintain or eventually reintroduce plant foods. If you decide to attempt the carnivore diet, consider it an experiment. Monitor your health markers, energy levels, and overall well-being over time. It may be useful to work with a healthcare professional, especially if you have pre-existing health conditions or concerns about nutrient adequacy. If you decide to try the carnivore diet, it's best to prepare for an adaptation period. During the first few weeks, you may experience symptoms similar to what people commonly call the keto flu when transitioning to a low-carb diet. These can include headaches, fatigue, irritability, and muscle cramps. Your body needs time to adjust from using carbohydrates as its primary fuel source to burning fat and relying on ketones. To ease these symptoms, prioritize adequate electrolytes by salting your food generously and possibly supplementing with sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Stay well hydrated and give your body a chance to adapt. Another element to consider is caloric intake. The carnivore diet doesn't require portion control or counting calories, but it's still important to eat enough food to meet your energy needs. Many find that meat is extremely satiating, which naturally reduces overeating. If your goal is fat loss, you may naturally eat fewer calories without feeling deprived. If you are an athlete or have higher energy needs, focus on fattier cuts of meat and ensure you're eating enough to fuel your activities. Tracking how you feel, your strength levels, and body composition changes can guide you in adjusting your intake as needed. When it comes to cooking and preparing carnivore meals, simplicity is key. You don't need elaborate recipes or complicated techniques. A basic approach might involve pan-searing a steak in butter, grilling a piece of salmon, or scrambling eggs with some sliced bacon. As you become more comfortable, you can explore different cooking methods. Slow cooking tougher cuts of meat, making homemade bone broth, or experimenting with organ meats can help you avoid meal monotony. It can help to set clear goals before starting the carnivore diet. Are you trying to improve certain health markers, reduce bloating, alleviate joint pain, or lose weight? By having a clear set of goals, you can track your progress and determine if the diet is delivering the results you hoped for. Keeping a journal of what you eat, how you feel, and any changes in symptoms or energy levels can provide valuable insights. Sometimes improvements in sleep quality, mood, or skin condition can be subtle, so noting these things as you go along will help you evaluate the true impact of the diet. If you're worried about missing essential nutrients, pay extra attention to the quality of your meat. Grass-fed ruminants like cows, sheep, and bison often provide a better fatty acid profile, including more omega-3s, and may also contain more micronutrients than conventionally raised animals. While the carnivore diet is simple in concept, it pays to diversify your animal sources as much as possible within the framework to get a broad spectrum of nutrients. Another consideration is how strict you want to be. Some people follow what is known as a relaxed carnivore or carnivore-ish approach, where they focus mostly on meat, fish, and eggs, but still include small amounts of low-toxin plant foods like avocado or certain herbs. Others are lion diet strict, consuming only ruminant meat, salt, and water. It's also worth acknowledging the cultural and social aspects of eating. The carnivore diet can sometimes be challenging in social settings, restaurants, or family gatherings. Explaining your dietary choice to others may invite skepticism. If you decide to commit, it helps to have a plan for social events. You might eat beforehand, offer to cook a meat-focused dish to bring along, or simply inform others that you're currently trying an all-meat diet for health reasons. Those who find long-term success on the carnivore diet often report several key benefits. Stable energy levels throughout the day are common, likely due to stable blood sugar and a reliance on fat for fuel. Many experience reduced hunger and cravings, making it easier to maintain a healthy weight without feeling deprived. Some report improvements in mental clarity, better sleep, and reduced inflammation in the form of calmer digestion, clearer skin, or relief from chronic joint pain. However, not everyone experiences dramatic improvements. Some may not feel good on such a restrictive plan and might miss the variety of plant foods. It's important to remain flexible and be willing to adjust your dietary approach if something isn't working. While there are numerous anecdotal success stories, scientific research on the carnivore diet is still limited. Nonetheless, historical and anthropological evidence suggests that humans have thrived on meat-heavy diets in certain parts of the world. For example, the Inuit in the Arctic regions relied heavily on animal products and yet managed to maintain generally good health. If you come from a standard Western diet that is high in refined carbohydrates, sugar, and processed foods, shifting to carnivore can feel like a big leap. It may be helpful to ease into it gradually. Consider starting by removing all processed foods, sugar, and grains. Then, slowly phase out most plant foods until you are left with mainly animal products. Another important aspect is understanding your own mindset and relationship with food. The carnivore diet can simplify eating by removing many choices, which can be freeing for some people. However, if you previously struggled with restrictive eating patterns or disordered eating, be cautious about adopting a diet as strict as carnivore. For those who decide to proceed, consider having some blood work done before you start. Check your markers such as blood glucose, triglycerides, cholesterol, inflammation markers, and vitamin levels. Tracking these before and after a few months on the carnivore diet can provide objective data on how your body is responding. As you settle into a carnivore routine, pay attention to how you feel beyond just the numbers. Are you enjoying your meals? Do you feel satisfied, or are you bored with your food choices? A successful long-term dietary strategy should not only improve your physical health, but also fit comfortably into your life. At the end of the day, the carnivore diet is one option among many. While some people find significant health benefits, others do not see dramatic improvements. It's neither a guaranteed cure-all nor a diet that everyone should adopt. Instead, think of it as a tool, something you can try if you're curious. If you have specific health issues that you think may be alleviated by eliminating plant foods, or if you simply want to see how a meat-focused diet affects your body. If you approach it with an open mind, track your progress, and listen to your body's feedback, you'll be better equipped to determine whether this approach is right for you. Remember that good nutrition is about nourishing yourself in a way that supports both short-term well-being and long-term health. The carnivore diet can be a valuable learning experience. It can teach you to pay closer attention to how different foods affect you, to appreciate the nutrient density of animal products, and to understand the importance of quality sourcing. Even if you don't stick with it permanently, what you learn during this dietary experiment may influence your eating habits going forward. Perhaps you'll incorporate more animal products into your diet, or maybe you'll become more mindful of how certain plant foods make. In conclusion, the carnivore diet is a highly restrictive eating pattern centered on animal-based foods. Getting started involves learning which foods to include, preparing for an adaptation period, and being mindful of potential nutrient gaps. Benefits may include improved digestion, stable energy, and better mental clarity, while drawbacks can range from social inconvenience to concerns about long-term nutrient adequacy. By entering into this dietary strategy armed with knowledge, clear goals, and a willingness to listen to your body, you can make a more informed decision about whether carnivore is right for you. If you find it helps you feel better and achieve your health goals, it might become a long-term option. If not, you'll have gained valuable insights into your own body's unique needs and responses.